All right, and welcome to another parent resource video. This week we are in the 4th chapter of Galatians, and we're looking at verses 8 through 20 and how temptations of the past are to stay there. And we're going to dive into what that means exactly. Paul is writing the Galatians because he knew before they met God, they were struggling with different things. They were doing certain celebrations. They were recognizing certain holidays. They were participating in certain actions that they didn't know any better than to participate in. But that was in the past. Now that they are post-Christ, they recognize Jesus as Savior, but they are still going back to what they know now is false. They know it's false, but they still go back to it. That is what Paul is writing this specific portion of the letter about. He's encouraging the Galatians to let the things that are false from the past stay in the past. Just because you did them once does not mean that you have to do them again. Now that we know God and God knows us, why on earth would we turn to something that we know to be false, that we know to be less than God? Even though we know it's wrong, sometimes we still find ourselves in that predicament of leaning to go that way. And yes, our salvation is free and it's given to us, and we don't earn it. We talked about that last week, how we don't earn our salvation. But at the same time, why, once we already possess this salvation, which we know to be truthful and whole and complete, why would we then try to supplement that which doesn't need a supplement, especially something that can do no help in the meantime? That is going to be our boiled down points for this week's MedWeek Bible study, looking at Galatians chapter 4. I have no parent point for you this week. Just spend some time with your kid looking over this chapter. There's a lot that we didn't cover, and so there's a lot of room for you to go in later in the week or early next week and dig in with some family Bible study and family discipleship time in this chapter. That's all we have, and we will see you next week for chapter 5.